Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Kraken Packs video. I am your host, MrBevers. That's right, we're back again with 3 more packs of Planar Chaos. Ooh, looking for that spice. But also, taking a look at this one of those old cards. I've never opened up any of this product back when it was first released, I should say. I mean, I've opened plenty of it now, but I didn't open any of it back when it was out. So, this is all like sort of like new to me. And so I'm just kind of taking you on this journey with me because I want to see these cards. So I hope you do too. Wow, look at that one. That's crazy. There's always some crazy art to be seen in some of these older cards too. And you can also see the things that are reprinted, like the giant dust wasp and the sting scourger. Those are things that have been like reprinted. Then you get your color shifted cards, which is why they look a little bit different. So you can see the borders and stuff look quite a bit different, right? Like here's a regular white card. Here's a color shifted white card. You can see quite a bit different in color. So of course this is like the skeleton, I want to say. The shambling skeleton or whatever it was. The 1/1 for 2 that has a black and regenerate it. Prodigal Pyromancer. This was the card that was sort of like, it was blue. Prodigal Sorcerer? Prodigal Sorcerer. That's the one. See? I just had to rack my brain for a second. Prodigal Pyromancer, essentially the same idea, just only in red. Vampiric Link. This was Spirit Link, I believe, which was gives it, you gain that much life. Now we're on to the uncommons. We got an uncommon here of Stone Cloaker, Time Bender, Calciderm, good old Calciderm, with Vanishing, good old Vanishing. And our rare is an Imp Mischief. I don't think that's on the list of anything there, but it's a 2-mana instant that says change the target of target spell with a single target. You lose life equal to that spell's converted mana cost. So it's just like a little interesting like spell reversal, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. Something that's not normally in black, that's for sure. We got a split card here. We got Dead and Gone as our first card here. The old split cards where it wasn't like cast one half or the other. Like, or I should say, it wasn't like you could cast both like you could in Dragon's Maze. This is like one or the other, that's all you get. It's not like Amonkhet where they had like you cast it this half first and then the other half comes from the graveyard. This was like a pick one side and that's what you get. Nothing more. Nothing less. Reflex Sliver. There are some commons that we were supposed to be looking for, but I don't think we've come across any of them yet. Of course, the slivers are all coming back now, right? Because Modern Horizons is bringing back a whole bunch of slivers, or introducing new slivers, I should say, to Modern. Skirk Shaman. Sinew Sliver. I think that's one of them, isn't it? Yeah, Sinew Sliver is one of the ones. Now this is like essentially just like the Predatory or the Muscle Sliver or whatever. So there's a common worth, it's right now it's sitting at $4. And then we got an Essence Warden, which is another common, sitting at about $2, I believe. Yeah. So 2 commons in this pack. Worth noting. Pretty sweet. Aether Membrane. Kavu Predator. Ovenize. Target creature loses all abilities and becomes a 0/1 until end of turn. Something that this is sort of stuck around in blue. And from what I was reading about with these sets is that the reason they did these color shifting cards is because they were like taking mechanics that were in a color and moving them to a color that seemed to fit it more to test it. And then things like this that stuck around, right? Like this stuck around in blue, right? So that's kind of interesting. And we got Vorosh the Hunter. I don't believe he's on the list of things. Doesn't seem like it. No. The only legendary dragon that's in here from this set is Numot, the Devastator. So anyway, this is a 6/6 flyer for 3 a green, blue, black. And it's when Varash the Hunter deals combat damage to a player, you may pay 2 and a green. If you do, put 6 1/1 counters on Varash. Holy moly. Now, if only he had trample, I guess, right? If he had trample, then it would be just bonkers, because then you're almost guaranteed to hit them with the first 6, so that you could pay the 3 to then get the 6 more counters, right? That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? This looks like a very similar common print run. The first 2 commons were the same. I think this one was the same as well. Dust Wasp, Sting Scourger. Is this exactly the same? It's pretty close. Vitaspore Thallid. All right, there's a Simian Spirit Guide, so that's another good one. That's a common worth a couple bucks. Sunlance. Melancholy. Salt Blast. Destroy target non-white permanent. My goodness. For 5 mana, sorcery speed. Now your 5 mana sorcery speed things exile instead of destroy. Just giving you an idea of power level difference between the old sets and the newer sets. Dismissal Failure. And then we get 2 rares, it looks like. 2 rares because we've got a color shifted rare, which is Groundbreaker, which is 3 green for a 6/1 trample haste at the end of turn, sacrifice it. So this is just what is it? Lightning Ball? Was that the triple red that gave you a 6/1 trample haste, sack it? I think that's what it was called. So we got, of course, double rare in this pack. So then our other rare is a Magus of the Arena, which again I don't believe I see on the list anywhere. Doesn't look like it. No. But it's a 5/5 for 4 and a red, and it has an ability of 3 and tap. Tap target creature you control and target creature and target creature of an opponent's choice he or she controls. Each of those creatures deals damage equal to its power to the other. Interesting. That's very weird and random. So like you pick your creature, you tap it. The idea here is, I guess, you pick your biggest thing, and then they get to pick something, and then they have to fight. Chances are, if you pick your biggest thing, they'll pick their smallest thing, right? Because then they don't lose it. It's interesting. It's an interesting thing. I don't think it's particularly amazing, but hey, it's still pretty interesting. I mean, it's a human wizard too, so I mean, if you've got that going for you, I don't know of too many wizard decks or human decks that would want to have your creatures fighting other people's creatures, especially since you can't fight the Magus of the Arena with things because you have to tap it to then tap a creature you control to fight. So like the 5/5 can't be in the combat, right? Interesting. But we got a Sweet Dragon as well, and we did hit 3 uncommons worth something, and we got a double rare, which is kind of cool. The green lightning elemental or whatever it is. Lightning, I think it's Lightning Ball. I think that's what it's called. Listen, I'm probably wrong, but I mean, you guys can correct me in the comments. And I know you will, because you guys are the best. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed the video. This little walk down memory lane with some Planar Chaos. We'll be back again next week. And next week, I will probably have the sets that we can choose from for the next Quickie series. There are still 2 boxes from the previous time that didn't get picked. And there should be a 3rd box included in the voting. So if you want to get in on that voting, stay tuned for next video. And there will be 3 sets to pick from. And we'll see what we open next. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. And as always, may your pulls ever be better.